Hello, YouTube world. Mack Daddy 1911A1 here with the Shade Tree Survivalist. A lot of you guys and gals out there probably wondering what the hell happened to Mack Daddy and why is he being so damn quiet? That would be why, ladies and gents. Finally, after 2.5 months or so, I got my shop. Now, they did tell me ahead of time that it was going to take 10 to 12 weeks. And it ended up taking right at 12 weeks to deliver it here. It was here about the 10th week, but rain and so forth. And they're so slammed right now, people buying these damn things. I got 2 trucks running full time, but the weather, of course, this time of the year has affected when and how they could deliver it. And yeah. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, by the way, empty. Got it with a lid. My new man cave trash can, as well as 2 new Stanley fold-up sawhorses. I like the ones that Kimmo had so much, I decided to buy a set for myself. Those are not quite as big, I don't think, but it's all right. They'll work. And so far, all I've done is purchase insulation, caulking, some of the foam, expanding foam insulation, spray, the liquid. And the way they had this thing lined up and my pitiful measuring and cutting skills, I was a little short in some spots. I think that's okay. I just put foam behind it, or in that gap. Some of these sections like this one here, that was 13 inches, so I had to cut it long ways. My God, what a pain in the damn neck. No, I have not forgotten to staple these up, but I wanted to finish every bit of the installation, then I'm going to go back. I got an electric staple gun, and I bought a couple of boxes of staples. I'm going to go back and staple every one. And I think what I'm going to do is put my reloading center right there by the front door. And instead of having benches on the wall, I think I'm going to have my one single bench right here in the middle and do some rearranging. Now, in this right rear corner, I'm going to build a soundproof room that will also have shelves in it, and in it will be my air compressor and my wet tumbler from Frankfurt Arsenal, both very noisy. And then I'm going to run I'm going to put 1x6s or 1x8s or 1x10s, whichever one turns out to be the most cost effective, all the way around on the interior as well as up here. And then I'm going to either stain them or something to sort of seal them up. But the loft, we've got this 8-foot loft at this end, and we've got a little 6-footer that's narrower top to bottom at this end. And what I'm going to do is bring it out, step it down like this one. See how it's sitting on the top plate, and that one's not. I'm going to step it down, and then I'm going to run it continuous, and I'm going to put a attic type door in it and insulate that, some R19 insulation. And then I'll have this one room, and yeah, it's going to be a little difficult in these corners because the way the roof is built, they just stopped the wood here, so we got this big gap. But I'm going to run the insulation all the way to this, and insulate that also, so that the heat that doesn't go up or the heat permeate down here when I've got an air conditioner running. And I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to use a window unit or if I'm going to have one mounted to a wall. Depends on the difficulty and the degree of difficulty. And how much hardware expense and so forth. The way they built this thing, here's your latch, and the screws are barely in that 2x4, and this is a big damn hole. I filled all that in with caulking last night. It's just wide open to the world, expanding foam across the top of the casing, and then of course down the back side. But yeah, and we have oddball sizes like it's 8 1/4. So I'm gonna have to rip one 11 1/4, 9 3/4, 11 1/4, and that's fun. So what did I use? My trusty K-bar, by golly. And it worked just fine. You just got to keep her honed up real good and it'll cut the snot out of it, but man, it's still a nightmare. But that's what I've been up to, along with feeding cows and putting out the hay. There's 3 rows in this front field, there's 2 rows in the back field, and there's 2 rows on the other side, the other front field, on the other side of the house. And my God, we had nothing but rain this year and it's been a nightmare. So most days I run straight home, feed up with the feed. That takes an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how cooperative the daggum cows are. And usually I'm just about dark when I get done, unless I work all the way to 5. And if I work all the way to 5, it is dark by the time I get home, feed up, and so forth. And then every other day on this big field, I got to put out 3 rows of hay, and every other day the same in the rear. So that's 5 rows I got to pull out of the barn and truck out there with the tractor, and it has been a massive bog hole. But the New Holland 4-wheel drive 80 horsepower tractor is doing a fine damn job. Yes, we will have a new workshop. I just decided I didn't have storage in my other one. Everything was always in my way. I wanted an open area that I could work, plenty of room for storage. I've already looked at some really nice shelves at Home Depot, heavy duty steel. And but I want to personalize it, and I want to do it right. That's the reason you don't see any wiring, any receptacles, any light switches, or any lights. I'm going to run it on the exterior of the wall in metal boxes with metal conduit, as well as up to the lights. Now upstairs, because it's not going to be in public view, I'll probably just run Romex and put a light there in the center here and one down that end. And that way, open the darn door and get up in there, and the first thing right in front of me, I'm going to have a switch. But I want the door big enough that I can get in and out without killing myself. So that'll require me framing up an opening and building it as I go with this area, because I'm going to probably have it right above the damn workbench. So I can just climb on top of the workbench, big, heavy, wide workbench, stable, and just climb right into the attic, or push up a heavy tote of whatever, papers or whatever the hell I decide to put up there. But anywho, I'm not going to bore y'all any further. This is what I've been up to. Unlike Democrats who want to destroy every damn thing, I want to create. I want to be useful as long as I'm able. When I'm not, I want to die. I don't want to hang around some damn nursing home, somebody else wiping my ass. I want to just damn die. But until then, I want to be creative. I want to make something, do woodworking. I'm no good at it, but I'm going to give it one hell of a good shot. But anywho, without further ado, thank you very much for watching, everybody. This is Mack Daddy 1911A1 in his new backyard outfitters shop, man cave. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all be good.